Hello, and welcome to Scaryside. Spirit stains. The house I currently live in belonged to my in-laws. They left it to my husband and I many years ago, upon their passing. Once we retired, we took over the house and moved in. The house is old, but in great condition for its age. It was built in the early 1900s for the coal miners who used to work in the area back in that time. The neighborhood itself is referred to as a patch because it consists of about 20 houses, all fairly constructed the same way with the same floor plans. It's had multiple people live in it over the years, including my in-laws who lived there in the 80s and 90s. Fortunately, our lot is big, and we have quite a bit of land which faces a large field, and beyond that is forest that stretches for miles. Most of the time, the house and the land is charming in appearance, but every now and then, it can seem a bit creepy. I think it depends on the weather and the time of day, which are normal reasons to feel differently about any place. But I don't know. It could be because the house has seen a lot. If these walls could talk, well, we'll get to that in a bit. Our home is a 2-story home. However, we have a partially exposed basement and of course the attic. My bedroom is on the main floor. My husband and I do not share a bedroom. I know that may seem unusual to some people, but it just works out better for us that way. He basically sleeps in the living room in his favorite chair and keeps all of his clothes and such in the large coat closet. Below my bedroom is the basement, obviously, which we tend to use as an entrance and exit, depending on what side of the house we are parked. Which leads me to my first occurrence. It was midday, and I went into my bedroom to look for a billing statement I needed. I had to go through various files, so I was in there for some time. My husband wasn't home. He had gone to the grocery store to pick up a few things we needed. Our dog, Shep, was patiently sitting beside me as I fiddled through tons of papers. All of a sudden, the silence broke and I heard my husband pull into the gravel driveway. This, in turn, caused Shep to go crazy and start running around in circles, barking with excitement. My bedroom door was shut at the time, so Shep was stuck in the bedroom with me unless I chose to clear a path for myself to let him out. But I was too deep into what I was looking for to be bothered with doing that just yet. After a few minutes, I hear the clank of the basement door open, and my husband clearing his throat, the same old noises he always makes. Shep is still going nuts with excitement. I assumed after hearing all of that, he most likely didn't need my help carrying anything in. So I went back to working on what I was doing. More time had passed, and my husband still didn't come into the bedroom as he normally would have. It also dawned on me that Shep had calmed way down. This somewhat confused me. So I got up and peeked out of my bedroom door and called out to him. I didn't get a response, so I called again. This began making Shep whimper, which then caused me to worry. Maybe he had fallen or something. My nerves began to get rattled. I raced around my bed to check out the window. I stood there in awe. I don't even know how long I was standing there until I became startled by the phone ringing. I snapped out of my stupor to answer it. Lo and behold, it was my husband. This could not be. As he began asking me questions about a particular item he had found at the store and wanted to know if I needed it, I interrupted him. Wait, you're not at home? He joked and said, Great observation. I never told him what happened because he doesn't talk about strange things like that. I've always been a tad more sensitive to things of this nature than he ever was, and he would have scoffed at me as though I was crazy anyway. So I choose to keep these kinds of strange phenomenons to myself. I do find it strange that even my dog reacted as though he heard exactly what I did. For me, that was enough to justify what had happened. On another occasion, I was lying in bed and trying to get comfortable to go to sleep. Next thing I know, I felt what I thought to be my cat jumping onto my bed and begin walking onto me. I should mention, I keep my bedroom door closed at night to keep her out of my bedroom. If I don't, she gets into all kinds of mischief and I wake up to her crying to get out, so I make sure it always stays shut. I thought maybe she snuck in without me realizing it. I shooed her away and turned on the light, only to find that there was no cat in my bedroom. I have no idea what the little thing was crawling on top of me, but it wasn't anything in the physical world I could see. I recall not getting much sleep that night. Something else that happens quite often. I hear what sounds as though someone is walking around upstairs. No one goes up there except when I occasionally go up there to clean. But my husband never has a reason to go up there. There's even a door that we keep closed at all times to the stairway that leads up to the top floor, so that our pets aren't able to venture up there either. We all basically live full-time on the first floor. I've also heard things such as muffled voices, which sound as though more than a few people are having a full-blown conversation with each other. From time to time, when I know I am completely alone in this house, it feels as though I'm being watched. I get the sensation that if I turn around too quickly, I'm going to see something I wasn't mentally prepared to see. It can all be a little unnerving, but I've been in this house a long time now. Although I can say I've never been harmed by whatever else resides in this place, I don't always feel safe. I must admit, there are moments when I do feel scared, to say the least. We have no intentions of moving, but as a woman of faith, and a husband that doesn't like to talk about things like this, it sometimes makes it difficult to want to stay. Overall, it makes me wonder if these are actual lost souls who don't even know they're dead, so they're just carrying on as normal. Or possibly, they're merely spirit stains, what the experts like to call residual hauntings. If anyone has ever experienced something like this before, we would love to hear about it. Please comment or email us at scarysidetales@gmail.com. And don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this story.